feel like an F-boy for saying this, but Instagram, know your place. Are you a shopping catalog or an app for pictures? She says this as she continues to use Instagram. What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today is a hot, spicy opinion piece. Guys, I feel like I'm back in college and I was writing a persuasive essay on why Instagram has become the most annoying social media app. Why are we so weird about Instagram? Do you realize that there are lots of people that don't care about Instagram and their social media presence, but this is for the people that do care about Instagram. I don't care if you have 500 followers. Let's say you made a post and nobody liked it. You literally be like, wait, what? I'm telling you you would. I'm telling you you would. It is by design. You're not weird for it. Like, it's not weird. It is by design, so. You know, I have these back and forths where I'm like, you know, I'm cute and funny, sometimes stylish. I should post a lot on Instagram and grow my following and also make money. But then I always ask myself, why am I commodifying my life? Why is there this general consensus among people that care about their Instagrams about this feeling of extreme intense anxiety about posting on the app? Why is an app that's geared towards sharing and expressing, which are generally like positive actions, making people feel so anxious and bad about themselves? Here's my theory. We live in a world that is so consumer dominated. We're consumers, but we're also consumed. Like our data and information and our livelihood. So it's like this never-ending cycle of consuming. Like we consume, then we're consumed, and it's like the human centipede kind of, but less gross. Because of the rise of social media apps and the prevalence of sharing on social spaces and the rise of influencer marketing and influencer culture, it has everyone and their mom, including my cute self, commodifying and commercializing their lives. We have fully started dehumanizing people in social spaces where we have stopped interacting with people on the internet, unless they're our close friends, like they're real actual people, and more so that they're products that we're consuming. What I want to address first is the impact of commercializing and commodifying our lives has had on our self-esteem. I like to think about it this way. There's always discussion of wanting to have the best lighting, the best outfit, the cutest location, the most aesthetically pleasing vibe, and a very oftentimes subconscious desire to appeal to others and seem pretty or cool or funny or whatever their desired effect is. I mean, when you think about Instagram, you're literally trying to appeal to others. You post to get likes. If you didn't post to get likes or to appeal to other people, you would just post on a burner account where nobody follows you. Think about all the times you've heard people say, this photo didn't get enough likes, or the algorithm is messing my post up, or why didn't my story get enough views? Or the one that I've literally heard everybody say once, should I post this on Instagram? Now, many people argue that this is the point of Instagram, to have this perfectly curated, packaged version of life, or to present yourself in a way that is idealistic to you. Especially for like business or artists or musicians, there is this need for this very specific curated identity so people can go to your page and know like what you're about. And that's literally fine, like seriously, who cares? But the problem is when people get so caught up in the social media versions of themselves that they start to prefer that version of themselves or look at that version of themselves to determine their own sense of self-worth. And then sometimes, and oftentimes and most times, this leads to people feeling really disappointed or sad if they are trying to sell a product and people aren't buying in. Think about it like you're a business owner and you sell like t-shirts. Let's say you spend a lot of time sourcing materials, making sure that the shirt is comfortable and you like the designs, and you market it because you want people to buy what you're selling, right? Think about how sad you would be if people didn't want to buy your products. This is literally like what Instagram is for people. Obviously, like there is a spectrum because there are people who care a lot more about Instagram and people who care a lot less, but there definitely is some spectrum of feeling that you are trying to put something out there that you want other people to interact with and comment on and engage with. This has like always been so interesting to me because it shows how we as a society use Instagram but other social media apps to assign value. Something that I always used to think about when people on the internet made a mistake or did something cringy or whatever was why so many people treated those people like non-humans. It's literally because we've commodified people to the point where we seriously do not interact with famous people on the internet, but even strangers with any ounce of empathy, because since we are consuming them, they have become the product, which is inherently dehumanizing. We don't see those people with like complexities and nuances as we would if somebody that we personally knew maybe did the same thing. We would be able to understand and approach that situation differently because we understand them in a fuller context. Whereas when you're interacting with somebody on social media, you only literally see one dimension of them, this side that they present. Naturally, you as a consumer, you're just gonna take it for what it is at face value. Think about it like this. Let's say you're going to the grocery store and you're trying to buy like pasta sauce. You're not gonna go to the grocery store and like look up each type of pasta sauce and what the reviews are and what people think of that brand, right? You're gonna look at all of the packaging and all of the labels and you're going to make an informed decision based on what you see. You'll probably assume that if something's more expensive, if something has a prettier packaging, it is better. If something is less expensive or the generic brand, that it tastes worse. Where in reality, there is truly no correlation between any of that, but that's just what you do as a consumer. You take what you see and you use whatever you've already defined as metrics in your mind of what worthiness and unworthiness is, and you assign value when you see things. So you'll see something that is worth $8 and you'll assume it probably tastes better because it costs more, when in reality, it just costs $8. I also think it's really interesting how on the flip side, it's also easier for people with social capital to get away with things because they're larger than life and they have more influence, whether that be like social influence, money, whatever it is. It's easier for people to excuse their actions because they view them as larger than life. Whichever side of the coin you want to flip it, people take social media capital and influence and either devalue people or highly value people. So whatever it is, they're putting them on a pedestal or bringing them below. Kind of connecting to this idea of like disillusionment with people that we interact with on social spaces, I always like find it so interesting, especially now, like a lot of social media influencers, especially like beauty, lifestyle people, have been coming out with videos like, this isn't me, like I have a lot of work done, or I use a lot of Facetune, or it's all good lighting, or look, like my life isn't as perfect as it seems, which just shows like how much people take things at face value. Like there are so many people who, if people didn't come out with those videos, would genuinely believe that what they see on Instagram is real. And by real, I mean like showcasing people at who they are at their rawest, most human version of themselves. While I completely think like people should use Instagram like as they see fit and do whatever they want to do with their own platform, because it's like literally none of our business. It's interesting how oftentimes people will lean towards the side of presenting an idealized perfect version of themselves, just like something to think about. I remember when I first came out about being sexually assaulted 2 years ago last summer, and how I was really nervous to talk about it. And it's not because like I was ashamed or anything, but I was just like, oh, is this gonna like dampen the mood on Instagram? Is this the platform I should be posting this on? And then it made me think of how so many people view Instagram as a place that's supposed to be like pretty and fun, and how there's this kind of like unspoken social rule that Instagram is the place where we escape reality. And like many people also express the same sentiment when it comes to sharing posts about like social justice or fundraisers or anything that like basically requires people to like think more than just like 2 seconds of seeing a post and liking it. People always express how they feel kind of nervous sometimes posting about those things because they don't think people will care. And it's interesting because that is also reflected in the numbers and the algorithm as well, because when you think about specifically posts about social justice, those posts get less likes. Those posts get censored in the algorithm. You literally do get punished for posting that type of content. So what do you think that does to people? Some people will like just post what they want because they're like, I don't care. But other people will see that and be like, oh, people don't care that I am posting about this thing, so it doesn't matter, so I should post it less. While I do feel this has kind of been disrupted this past year, especially I would say starting summer 2020, I definitely still do feel like there is this underneath subconscious desire to present yourself a certain way on the internet and talk about certain things on the internet and not talk about other things. The last point that I would like to bring up, just think about, is the pressure to make one's life seem super aesthetic and pretty and commercial, which I personally think heavily has to do with the rise of like influencer culture in marketing. Sometimes I do think there is a need for like a little bit of escapism because life is hard. Escapism is not a good thing if you're doing it all the time. Like, our life is not a highlight reel, and I feel like most people can like basically understand that. However, when it comes to Instagram, so many people are like, oh my god, this person's life is so perfect, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no, this is the highlight reel of their life. This is what they're choosing for you to see. I actually guarantee you that they are going through things too, and they're a regular person. Because think about it, there are things that you're going through in your life right now that you're not posting about on the internet. Why would you not think that everybody else is doing the same thing too? Just because those things are not as visible in other people don't mean they don't exist. It's just about being able to navigate these spaces intentionally and like intellectually and analytically, so you don't get caught up in the glamour. Because glamour's great, but like at some point you're gonna have to face your real self, and that's fine. It's just about if you can face your real self. Like, if you can face your real self and you feel comfortable with your real self and secure in that, then like, who cares what you do? Like, seriously, it's your life, go live it. Sneaky, a lot of people really don't like when the lights come off and the curtains close. A lot of people cannot deal with what's going on backstage. So I know I said I wasn't gonna give any solutions, but my solution to this is just, I'm slowly trying to unlearn things about how I've been pressured to act in social spaces. People are so like caught up in their own like conceptualization of themselves and how they present to others that sometimes their insecurities come out and they project to other people on Instagram. Like, the amount of times that people will be like, oh my god, I can't believe she posted that, or like, she's blah blah blah, whatever. I'm gonna be honest, I've like thought those things too when I was like less secure about myself. And the more secure in myself that I've become, I've literally just been like, Instagram is an app. Like, it literally actually does not matter what people post. Like, people can post whatever they want. It's their own page. It doesn't matter. Basically, you just have to think about your own social media platforms, especially Instagram, as your own version of digital real estate. Let's say you bought a new house. Are you gonna buy a couch because you like it and because it's comfortable to you? Or are you gonna go to the girl who used to bully you in middle school and be like, do you like this couch? Should I get it? Do you? No. So why would you not post what you want to post on Instagram? It's your page, your name's on it. You can do whatever you want with it. Who cares if people don't like it? Who cares if people unfollow? Like, oh my god, you're not gonna die. Just because somebody doesn't want to subscribe to your life and buy into whatever you're selling doesn't inherently make your life like worth less. It just means that people don't like what you post, and like, that's life, you know. Not everybody's gonna like you. Don't get hung up over it. This is like literally the problem with commodifying your life. It's really hard to escape this mindset now too, because I feel like we're in such a time right now. Sorry, I'm swinging my lip gloss around. Everybody is trying to sell. We want to sell ourselves, sell our life, because we want to be visible. We want to feel seen. That is all for my rant today. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it made you reflect on social media and how you use it and how you view yourself and how you view others. I'm super interested in like topics like these because they're so interesting, and I feel like social media has become such a big part of our lives that it is really important to reflect on how we are engaging with those spaces. I'm super interested to hear your thoughts, so please leave a comment down below about what you think about Instagram, what you think about social media. Don't forget, my DMs are selectively open. So if you have something that you want to ask or share, please feel free to DM me. I'll put it over there. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I can't wait to see you guys next time. Bye!